for joining us. Today's episode, we are doing insurance. And today I'm here with my co-host.
Hello, my name is Prisma Lopez.
And today's panelist is Maria Espinosa. Maria, thank you so much for accepting to do this with us. This is really important for us.
Of course, I'm glad I'm here to, try to give you guys some of my knowledge on what I know.
So Maria is 25 years old, and wait till you hear her story. It's an amazing story, and we can't wait to hear it. Can you tell us about you?
Okay, sure. So I was born in Mexico, but I was raised here in the U.S. I lived in Fulton County till I was probably in kindergarten, and then I moved over here to Clayton County. And yeah, I mean, my childhood was pretty great. I just growing up, once I got to the high school, to that time, I was a little bit nervous on choosing a career. And, at that time, I was on DACA. So I know so many people are on DACA. So it was just a little bit hard trying to see where I was going to go with my career. I was a little nervous. I was seeing everybody go to college and I felt left out. But little by little, I was just trying to see what I could do to be a little bit more successful.
I'm glad that you share that you felt left out because Prisma and I have been talking a lot about how you feel when you don't have a career or the resources or when you don't even know what you want to do in life.
Yeah, that's right. So it can be a little bit overwhelming and, makes you feel a little sad because you're just like, okay, I want to be successful, but I don't have the right tools or I don't even know where to start.
So how did you come up with insurance?
So with insurance, I was probably leaving my second job after high school. And
How old were you?
I was probably 18 or 19.
Okay.
And I was just thinking okay, I want a career. I want to do, I want to be successful in life, but I have these obstacles in front of me. How can I go past it? So when I thought about insurance, I was just like, well, it's permanent. It's something that we all need. And I know I will be in an office because I wanted to be in an office setting too. So, I was like, let me look. I went on Indeed and I looked for jobs that were towards insurance. So that's how I started, my insurance journey.
It's interesting she said she saw herself in an office because I think that matters. Because I always wonder how some people know they want to go in medicine. So I guess they see themselves in a hospital.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, because I work in fast food and I was just like, I was getting to a higher level where they wanted to make me a manager and I was like,
Leadership.
No.
I love that.
Yes.
I was like, no, I don't want to, this is perfect. It taught me a lot, but I don't want to go any higher. I don't want to be here for the rest of my life. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do next,
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that. I love how you knew that you were not going to stop there.
Yeah, that's right. I always knew. I just didn't know exactly what was next.
Where?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is so awesome. You took that step and you envisioned yourself. You said, I knew I wanted to be in an office. You envisioned your life somewhere better.
Yeah, it's all about envisioning yourself on, what you want to do. And, when you have a goal, you have to envision yourself. I think you wanting it so much, it helps, get you to that next level.
And follow the image you see in your heart, right? Because what you said, I knew I wanted to be in an office, it wowed me because I'm like, that's true. For some reason, you see yourself in a place before you actually get there.
Right.
That's awesome.
That's right, yeah.
I love that. So when and where did you get your certificate?
So I got my certificate. It was on an online website. So first I had to, do the studying because you don't know anything about insurance going into it. So you have to study, read about it, get some more information. And I went to a website. It was called Exam FX. Okay. So I went on that website, studied, and then they do quizzes. So, you quiz yourself. And then the actual test, I went on pearsonview.com, I believe, or I just remember the website is Pearson View.
Is the test online?
No, you actually have to go to a place where you take the test.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's where I got my certificate and the test.
Okay, and how long, if you don't mind me asking, how long did it take you to study for this test?
So for me, it was just probably because I remember I spoke to my boss now first, and she was, giving me a certain time to do it. So I think it was like a week, and then I took the test. The first time I did fail it. The second time I passed it. So I guess you could say it took me 2 to 3 weeks to actually study and get everything and pass the test. But everybody's different. You can pass it on your first try.
And it's okay to fail and try again.
That's right, yeah.
Definitely. So how much would you say it costed you when you first did the exam effects? Is that it?
Yeah, exactly.
How much did you say you paid for that?
For the study guide, probably around $75 to $80 at that time.
And how long ago was this?
I believe it was 4 to 5 years ago. I believe.
Wow, 4 to 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So, and then the test, when you did your test, how much did you pay for that?
That was probably around $100. Can change now, but I'm not 100% sure how much it is now.
How long did it take you to study?
To study, I would say to be able to pass it, probably like 2 weeks. Wow. For me, because I'm not a good test taker, So somebody that's really good at memorizing things, you'll probably get it probably within a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is like really shocking to me that you can actually get a career as an insurance agent.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Pretty much.
And that it can lead to opening up your own firm if you wanted to.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks. And so you were about 20 years old when this happened? 20?
Yeah, 20 years old, yeah.
Wow, imagine her drive to know that, I want to get a career and I may not be able to go to college, but I want to do something meaningful.
Yeah, that's right.
Something that gives you the sense of purpose, like you achieved something, you did something, and that you also knew you wanted to be in the office.
Yeah. So from the start, I knew, kind of, I envisioned myself, like you said.
How did you manage this? Because I know that you're a mom.
Right.
How did you manage?
So at the time, I just had my baby 7 months ago. So at that time, I was really just focused on myself and, what I wanted to do. So at the time I was living with my mom as well. So she kind of, helped me a little bit by, just supporting me on what I wanted to do. But I mean, how did I manage? I just studied and, just tried my best to get as much information as I can. Yeah.
So you got your your insurance. I speak real estate all
right,
day.
you're thinking about real estate.
Yeah, I think real estate. So you got your insurance license. Is it called a license or a certificate?
A license.
A license.
Because you have to be licensed in the state of Georgia.
Okay,
to
cool.
sell and
So
talk
you
about
got your license and you went off to work. What was that first year like?
So
you can remember.
Yeah, that first year was pretty difficult, just because you're learning so much. And I just remember at that time, our office, specifically where I work at, was really busy, and you just were getting so many phone calls. Not every office is the same, but our office, we had a lot of phone calls, so many people asking you questions, and you're just nervous because you don't want to mess up and tell them the wrong thing, or they're like wanting you to answer right away, and you're just like, well, I'm learning this as I go, but so it was kind of like I was nervous, but it was a lot of learning experience for me. Yeah.
So you would say like your first year was just like learning the whole year, right?
Yeah, the first year was pretty much learning. I mean, even still now, I feel like I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Because insurance, I guess you could say it doesn't always change, but there's just always something to learn.
Oh yeah, same thing in real estate.
In real estate, yeah, that's right. So yeah, but the first year was pretty much like a learning experience, and you also like fail, because you might do something wrong, and then you learn from it. So it was just a lot of learning. Yeah.
That's awesome. I love how you stated that you do fail.
Yeah.
And that is part of the learning process.
Yeah.
It's part of you growing. With that being said, what were some challenges that you faced during
Challenges like the first year? I guess I would say just memorizing everything. So as far as like the coverages, like I said, customers are always asking you about the coverages and what they are, and sometimes you kind of forget, like, wait, am I mixing this up? Or you have to like know exactly what it covers in details. So just memorizing even the basics, because you have to know the basics, liability, just the basics, and memorizing that. Yeah, so that's some of the challenges.
A lot of memorization.
Yeah. So as you go, it'll come to you like, very quickly. Like you'll talk to it with your family members, you'll let them know about insurance, but the first year is a little hard. Yeah.
I like how she sees it. She's like, as you go, you'll learn. So, it's okay to not know everything.
Yeah, a lot of people are very scared about that. Even, when we have like new people coming in, they're just like you can tell they're so nervous. They're just like wanting to ask every little question. And I'm just like, don't be too nervous, because we're still learning as we go. Even now, like us, that we've been here for a few years. So it's just like, a lot of people are sometimes intimidated.
Yeah. And you guys can always use the script. Can I put you on hold for a second?
That's right. Let me go ask my coworker. So,
you don't have to say that, but you just say, can I put you on hold? You mind if I put you on hold? And you're like, well, I do mind, but go ahead.
Right, go ahead. I can't do anything about it. Yeah, that's right. So my team who I work with, like, they're very supportive. So they always, if I have a question, they'll answer it right away. And the company that I work for, like, they have a lot of resources. So it's pretty much like there for you, Yeah.
Wow, that's really, really cool. So knowing what you know, because you have walked the walk, and it's been what, 5 years for you now?
Yeah,
4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, knowing what you know, what would you do differently? Or what would you say that you would have done differently now that you know?
Now that I know so much, well, I would say nothing, but at the same time, because like everything has brought me to where I'm at right now, and I've learned. And if I would say I wish I would have done that there, I probably wouldn't, because of where I was at mentally. But I guess just push myself a little bit more, because in the past I feel like I was very stagnant. Like I have a goal, every month, and I was just like not wanting to go past that. I was just like, I'm okay here, So just always pushing myself to learn and do more.
You know what I love about what you said, Maria?
Mm-hmm.
That you can say, I would have done nothing with confidence when you know you gave it your best.
Yeah.
When you give it your all, you have the confidence of knowing. And this is one of the reasons why I always, tell people, live your life with excellence. Go above and beyond. Do your best. Even if this is a temporary job that you're doing, do it with excellence.
Yeah.
Because you don't ever want to look back and say, I wish I would have done it differently. I wish I would have been, different at this situation, or I would have gave it more effort. So I really like that you are able, to say, you know what, like I gave it my best, and I know where I was at that point.
Yeah, that's right.
I like that.
I also like when she said that too, because you saying nothing is like, yeah, I learned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because of me learning and not having that advice from somebody else, I was able to kind of learn and then teach myself and then continue pushing forward. I love that. That is awesome. So can you tell me what your day-to-day like is?
Yeah, so I go into the office, and my role, like I said, I do customer service, but I also have a goal where I sell insurance. So first, I check my emails, make sure I respond to all my customers, and then I go through a list of like people that I have been talking to in regards to quotes. We have internet leads where they come in, like people that are going online looking for quotes. We give them a call, send them a text. So just prospecting and trying to, get in touch with the customers so we can follow up with them. So pretty much just, being on the phone, taking customers that are walking in, a little bit of everything.
Do you use earphones and all of that?
I personally don't. I know there's other offices that do that, but we just have a phone, but we don't have any headpiece. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So that's your typical day?
Yeah, typical
day.
Tell
us a stressful day.
A stressful day. Okay. So I can think about, I remember now, a Friday. It was on a Friday. For some reason, we get really busy on Fridays sometimes, where I have people that are asking for me on the phone, like they're calling in and they want to talk to me ASAP, and they've called in like twice already, but I'm with a customer and then there's like 2 other people waiting
on you.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to solve a kind of difficult situation, so I'm like kind of panicking because I'm just like, I'm trying to get everything done, so I would say that would be like a stressful situation, where you're trying to get everything done and you have a few people and they're just wanting to talk to you primarily. But you have to know how to like organize yourself to get to the important things and then go from there.
Yes. Yeah. So that's it's a good thing, right? When people are asking for you.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
And that means that they trust you, they want to do business with you, and it's just stressful when you have 6 at the same time.
You wish you had like different hands, different, that are helping you. I mean, there's other team members, but you want to be able to help your customers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it does require, the organization and the discipline and systems to be able to make your days flow the way that you want them to.
So how many hours are you working weekly?
I'm working right now 40 hours a week.
Okay.
So yeah, full time.
Full time. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Awesome.
Yeah. Full time. And she's also a mom of a 7-year-old baby.
He's actually 7 months.
Months. That's what I thought I said. Yeah. In my head, I said that.
Right, you said 7 months. I was like, oh, no, I could not. Yeah, so I'm 25. I have a 7-month-old, and, I'm a wife. So I also take care of 2 of my siblings. They're both teens. Wow. So, yeah, it's a lot of juggling, but I feel like I wouldn't want it any other way. I like to stay busy.
Yes.
So I like to stay busy, whether it be work or, my family, but it just brings me a sense of purpose, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe for, someone it might seem like it's a lot to take on, which sometimes it does feel like a lot. You get stressed. You want everything to go, accordingly perfect, but you just have to take it one step at a time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing all of that. So what are the skills you would say that somebody needs to have in order to be an insurance agent?
Skills, I would just say patience, because, you're going to be talking to people, all kinds of people. And I feel like that's any job, but, with insurance, sometimes people don't understand certain terminology. They don't understand coverages. So you have to be patient. You also have to be willing to learn. Because it's a lot of learning, like I said, the first year. So I would pretty much say just as long as you're willing to learn, you can do it all, Just learn and be patient with yourself.
So you were only 20, and let me ask you this. When you got your license, did you already knew how to have a professional conversation and how to send a professional email?
Oh, no. No, not at all. Even when I first went into the job, it was funny because I feel like working there also, like, the way you speak kind of changes a little bit because you have other people around you, that, been in the industry for a little bit longer. It's funny. It's kind of a joke, no offense to Cardi B, but I was on the phone with a customer. I was 20 years old, and my coworker was like, you talk to the customers like you sound like Cardi B. And I was like, oh my gosh, I felt so offended. But I was just like, do I sound like that? Like, I never heard it from other people because at first I was so impatient, and I was just like trying to explain to these customers, and it was just like my first few months
people
there.
That don't get it.
Yeah. So it's just like after coming into the office, no, I feel like it took years or months for me to be able to have like a professional conversation. with, everyone, and, you just the people that you speak to on an everyday to day basis. So it doesn't happen like overnight. Like say that, I came from like an area where I feel like those schools weren't the best. So, you kind of grow up and you get stuff from other people and, the way other people talk. So that's all you know. Yeah. So, I didn't know too much of how to talk to people professionally and all that. So with my job, I feel like that helped me a lot as well. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is amazing. I really connected with you when you stated that, because I'm from the same area.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you're in that school system, surrounded by, they're like a different way of speaking, right? That's not professional. Yeah. And then you're thrown into a professional setting. You molded into this professional setting. And they kind of picked on you a little bit, which it hurt.
Yeah.
But you learned from that, and I'm sure you told yourself, I'm not going to be called Cardi B again.
I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, wait, I have to reevaluate how I'm like talking to myself. Like it made me think like, okay, let me step back and see what I'm doing, Yeah, but I just thought it was funny that coming in, she made that comment, and it just makes you like kind of reevaluate like, okay, how am I talking? What am I doing, Yeah.
We've Monica and I we've talked about how being in a career really does help you grow.
Yeah.
And even if you're not yet the person that you want to be in your career, you eventually become it.
Yeah.
Even if it's, through trial and error. But
that's right.
That's amazing.
So. Yeah, you grow and you change, and you learn from the great people that you have around you in the professional field, right?
Exactly, because I feel like another thing I like about my job is that I have other people who I feel like they're professional, they know a little bit more than me, so I learn from them as well. And not just as your job area, but other parts of life, So it's good to have those type of people around. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. So Maria, according to the statistics, the average income for an insurance agent can be between 35,000 and 100 plus. What else can you do with your insurance license?
Well, it probably depends on the, company or the office that you work for, but you can even go as far as opening up your own office. You can, be a business owner. So you can, the sky's the limit.
Branch out. Yes. I like that a lot of at least so far, the panelists that we have had on the business field, which it includes insurance, it gives you the opportunity to be an entrepreneur, to have your own office and to expand, to grow a team, to do whatever, like you say, the sky is the limit. Yeah. So with your license that you got, you can sell auto insurance.
Yeah. So I took an exam for auto and home insurance. And then you can also do life insurance, life and health.
Life insurance.
So that exam and that test that you take, it's together, the life and health. So you can sell all of that.
So you can do auto, life, health. So is this something that someone can do from home, depending on the company they work for?
Yeah, that's right. So you could probably even, depending on the company that you work for, you can work from home. Yeah, especially now. Yeah, so as long as you have your license.
Do they make a salary, or is mainly commissions, bonuses?
So it also depends on, what company or who you're working for, but you can do salary, you can even do commission as well.
Okay, so it depends on the company they go to.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you're working for a specific company, can you get more certificates to get a better pay? Is that a possibility?
I've only worked with the one company, so I'm not 100% sure how other companies work.
Okay.
So it just probably also depends on the position that you work for. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect. So what is driving you to be the best you?
To be the best me, my family. I think number one, my family, and just myself as well, and the type of life that I want to live. Just always wanting to be successful and trying to see what else I can do to be where I want to be at. So just my family and myself. I love, I want to start traveling a little bit more. Just like the type of life that I want to live, it requires me to be, successful. So
I like that.
Yeah.
it's
She's
me,
like,
but my
I like
family.
nice stuff.
I like
Yeah.
nice things.
In short words, yeah, that's right.
So what does Maria like to do? What are your hobbies? How do you relax? What do you do?
That's a hard question because I feel like I'm not that person to relax too much. Like I'm always wanting to do something. But now I would say it's just spending time with my family, my baby, spending time with him because sometimes, as a working mom, you do have that guilt in the back of your mind, like, oh, I might not be spending enough time with him. He's a baby right now. But just spending time with him and, my family, that's really what de-stresses me, I guess you could say.
Spending time with
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So what is your big why? Like what
My big
motivates you to get up every day?
I would say my siblings and my baby because, I am, in charge of them or I'm taking care of them. So I want to make sure that they see somebody that's, trying to do their best because they're looking up to me.
Yeah.
No matter what I say, that doesn't really matter. It matters what I'm doing. So, they motivate me a lot too.
It's not what you do. It's not what you say, it's what you do.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's always good because your family and your community and the people that are around you are always looking at you and seeing what is your next step.
Yeah.
So what is your next step for you, Maria?
For me, I would just say, like I said, there's different routes that you can take in this industry. Everybody's different, but for me, I love where I'm at right now as far as who I'm working for and the company that I'm working for. So I just want to be able to push myself to do more within where I'm at. Sell more, talk to more people, give knowledge to more people. I sell life insurance, so I feel like life insurance is important, and a lot of people, especially in our community, they don't know a lot or they don't believe in it. So just spread awareness and talk to more people about it. Yeah.
Nice, nice. So before we conclude, can you tell us a piece of advice that you would say to somebody out there that says, you know what, I can do that. It sounds, pretty cool. I think it's very doable. I like the fact that I can do these tests and maybe get my exam from within 30 days and less than $300.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Less than 30 days, maybe 2 weeks, like you said. And that just fascinates me to ask this question. What if I could tell you that you can change your life in a matter of 2 weeks?
Wow.
You can have a career, you can have a job, you can have a sense of purpose, you can have opportunities for growth. I mean, that's amazing. So what advice would you give somebody that says, you know what, I want to go for it?
I would say, like you said, go for it. It's really, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's something that I feel is very attainable.
Simple, not easy.
Simple, nothing too complicated. A lot of people don't like college. They don't like going through all that years. So
it's not for
go
everyone.
for it. Try it out. You don't lose nothing in trying it out, especially because it can end up a career. So go for it. You can do it. Don't be nervous. Don't be scared. I know sometimes when you're looking into a new career, it can be a little overwhelming, but you'll learn along the way because everything you'll do, there will be obstacles. So just go for it. You can have a career from it, and it's something that it's permanent. It'll always be there. People, especially in the state of Georgia, you have to have insurance.
Mm-hmm.
It's you have to. If not, you have to pay a fine or you're gonna get a ticket for it. So it's something that is stable.
Yeah. Yeah, I like what you say. Whatever you want to do, you're always going to have obstacles.
Yeah.
So it's like, why wouldn't you
Yeah.
try to, that quote that says, life it's hard, but you have to choose.
Yeah.
If you want to put in the work and say, you know what, I'm going to get it done, I'm going to go through it, or you still have to suffer in your conscience knowing, you know what, I'm not doing what I want to be doing, or I'm letting my fears control me, or I'm just letting what other people think. I know one of our panelists was saying something that makes like total sense. She said, don't let, the basically don't stop doing what you want because of what others are going to think of you.
Yeah.
And sometimes people are stuck because they're afraid to fail. And they're like, well, if I try and then I fail, then everybody knows. And it's like, don't stop. Just keep trying. Keep going.
Yeah, keep trying. So like I said, I failed the first time and I was crying. I was like, oh no, I wanted this so badly, but I took I studied some more, took the test again, and I passed it, and I was able to get a career from it.
I laughed that you said you cried because
cried.
I'm like, everybody cries.
Oh yeah.
Literally.
We all cry.
Yeah.
Like I cried too when I failed my first test in real estate. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the cool thing about failure, and well, it's when you're crying, it's not the best feeling.
Right.
Not at
it's
the
not.
moment,
You feel defeated.
But once you're taking it the second time or the third time, I had several classes that I had to retake. You know more than you did the first time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not going in there with a blank mind.
Yeah.
You know more.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
I love your story.
Thank you.
It's very inspiring.
Yes.
And I know that it'll resonate with a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
So
And Maria, you also recently just bought your second home, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. Well, along with my husband as well.
Of course.
So we bought our first home, I believe it was back in 2019. And yeah, we were able to sell that home and then purchase our second home probably like a month ago. Yeah, a month ago.
So you were like 22 years old when you...
Yeah, 22, that's right.
Imagine that, 22 years old and you bought your first house.
Yeah.
And that's amazing.
And a lot of people were telling us like, what are you guys doing? You guys are too young. Like, oh, that's a lot, to have on your plate. So a lot of people will tell you a lot of their opinions, but you just have to go from what you think is best.
Yeah, believe in yourself.
Yeah.
If you think it's good for you, you should definitely go for it.
Yeah.
I like that. Thank you so much for joining us. I really enjoyed our conversation, and I'm sure that it's going to help a lot of people. Thank you for sharing your story.
Of course.
yes.
I know it's not easy to share your failures and to feel vulnerable, but we owe that to the community, right?
Right, that's right. And don't be scared because we have so many resources now. You can just do a Google of these, websites and you'll have so much information. So hopefully the knowledge that I share helps somebody a little bit more.
Definitely, definitely. And we are going to share on the comments and also on the bottom of the video the places where Maria was able to get her study guide and also do her test. So we hope that these resources will also help you to pursue your dreams and to pursue a career.
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you for watching.
Thank
See you on the next episode.